in just 6 days. Pet Haven, Minnesota's first foster-based rescue, is set to host another Weekend Wags event featuring plenty of adorable pups, adorable and adoptable pups at Surly Brewing in Minneapolis. And joining me now is the organization's event manager, Melissa Behrens, and just the cutest guest that we could ask for on this Sunday, who is very excited, Miss Rebel. They're both here to talk about important reminders before you adopt a forever friend. Well, Melissa, first, tell us who this is. Rebel, share her story with us, how she came to Pet Haven.
Rebel is my foster puppy right now, and I named her Rebel because I picked her up when my son was graduating from Champlain Park High School, and we're the Champlain Park Rebels, so I had to name her Rebel. She made her way to our municipal shelter in Anoka because she had owners that didn't know what their restrictions were on their tenant-landlord agreement. And they lived in an apartment, and the landlord didn't allow bully breeds or pit bulls. So she's 4 months old, and
you can tell she's a little antsy this morning.
She is. She just had a treat. So she is now fostering with me and ready for her forever home. But we, you know, part of what we do is we want to make sure she goes to a good home that allows those bully breeds, if that's the case.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that in mind, when you are considering adopting a pet, if you do live in an apartment, there may be pet rent or things like that, but several, complexes may also have specific rules. So this is a good reminder to anybody considering you can absolutely adopt if you live in an apartment. Just make sure that you know the rules in your complex.
So there is lawmakers trying to change that and advocate for all breeds, right? But there are some that don't allow certain height or weight or specific breeds. Bully breed is a common one. She's a fantastic dog. Pit bulls are great dogs. But you want to check your lease agreement. And if it is not in your lease agreement, reach out to your landlord because you want to make sure you don't end up in a situation like Rebels where you adopt a pet and then all of a sudden you can't have them anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also just a good reminder too that, again, you can still adopt if you live in it. You don't need to have necessarily a home with a fenced yard, but just make sure that you know those specific
what the restrictions
rules.
are.
And you and Rebel recently made, speaking of what you were just talking about, with some changes, a presentation to the to City Council, right? Tell us about that.
We did. She was picked up by the Champlain Police Department, and our police departments all over the Twin Cities do a fantastic job. Our municipal shelters are kind of forgotten about sometimes, that they are a resource and they're there to help as well. So each community has their own municipal shelter to utilize, and we brought her back to a city council meeting recently to share her story and thanks the police department and also advocate for making sure we understand our tenants and landlord agreements.
Yes, that's right. And you at Pet Haven, there's an event coming up, another Weekend Wags event. Tell us about those events and some info for anybody that might be looking.
We do dog adoption events once or twice a month. And this one is going to be at Surly Brewing next Saturday from 12 to 3. They do a dog days of summer every Saturday and have different rescues. So Rebel will not be there because she's getting spayed that day. However, we have a lot of other puppies in care right now and dogs. We have senior dogs. I have a 10-year-old Dalmatian at home right now. She's being fostered by me. So we have all kinds of dogs for everybody. And if you can't make it to that event or you don't see a dog that you like, we have a matchmaking program that contact us. Let's get an application started. We will help find you the dog you want. So we support our adopters before, during, and after their adoption. So we're working with folks right now that won't adopt for another 3 months. But we'll help them find the right dog for their living conditions, apartment, home, whatever that may look like.
Activity level, all that good stuff. Well, Rebel is just the sweetest girl, and if you couldn't tell from her bandana, she is available for adoption, and there's so many other wonderful dogs like her that need forever homes. So check out Pet Haven. Again, that event happening at Surly Brewing next weekend. And thank you so much to both of you for joining us. See, now she's pooped from the interview. She's ready for a nap. There's the information right there as well if you want to check it out. We'll be right back.